The all-new Toyota RAV4 asks, what if? What if your ride was refined and rugged at the same time? Introducing a car that's got style and substance to spare. The all-new RAV4 Limited, featuring a sophisticated, muscular new exterior and available options like a premium JBL audio system and panoramic roof. The all-new RAV4 Limited. Toyota, let's go places. JBL and Clarifier, registered trademarks of Harman International Industries Incorporated.
Hi, you're on Jewish Producer Presents, and this is another episode of Inflammatory Talk. I have a guest, Seraphim of Nazareth. I know I murdered the name, but I'm going to play a song, and then we'll talk to her, and she'll correct me, because I'm probably wrong.
motherfucker rockstar.
Wow. Whoa. My mind's blown. My mind is blown. So
Yeah.
It's so good. What the hell? I had no idea. I mean, I'm serious. I had no idea. Like, you know, I follow a bunch of people on different things, and I've seen your name and seen your comments for a while, but I have to admit, and I don't always go in, like, start listening to people's songs and all that stuff, but man, I think about 4 or 5 people that I know have heard this tonight, and they're all like, "Oh shit, that's really good."
Yeah, thank you.
So that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's thank you for coming on, and then we can talk a little bit. And I found it funny that the few times I played that song, it's in some kind of weird YouTube loop. So right after it plays that, it plays Post Malone. Are you familiar with that musician at all?
No, it sounds familiar. No, what enlighten me?
He, I only know him because he was at Coachella, and I didn't go to Coachella, but I happened to live stream right when before Beyonce came on. I wanted to watch Beyonce, and so he came on. Post Malone played right on stage before right before her set. And I was like, "Oh, who is this guy?" And he's just like this. He's a white guy in that very, heavily black sounding kind of Power 106 FM, if you know what I mean, kind of music. That's very hip. It's not quite hip hop. It's not quite art. I don't know what it is anymore. It's like this weird. It sounds like they have like maybe like 10 different kinds of tracks they lay, and they all kind of do these like songs over these lays. It's like really bizarre, but anyways, I found it interesting that every time I play your song, his follows yours, whether it's on my cell phone or on my computer. I have no idea why, but yeah. Anyways.
Oh wow, I have to look that up. I have no idea. I haven't heard him yet.
He's interesting. He has a grill, and he's got these kind of like very melodic sounding R&B-ish songs. They're pretty good, but anyways, so wow, like first of all, I didn't want to get too much. I read a little bit about you, and I don't know your whole take on things. I know you're part Creole, right?
Yeah.
Or you were raised Creole. Does that mean you're black, white, or Creole? I don't know what that ever means. French? What does that mean?
It means I'm mixed blood. I'm mixed. My mom's Puerto Rican and Haiti, like black.
Whoa, nice.
And she's from the South. She's from Alabama. So I've been from Alabama and Mississippi, and so it's not like just regular black. It's like the Haitian kind. And then my dad is Indian, European, which is like white and black, and something else. I was like, it's a third one. I have no idea. And I was like, "Oh, Dad," he goes, "I'm just Creole."
There you go.
Yeah, so I keep forgetting the last thing that he is, but he's like a mix. But yeah, so I'm just Creole mix. That's why you say that.
That is
like
fantastic.
I'm just half and half. Yeah, I have like but I have like the most amazing color skin. And lately I've been like in the sun, so it's gotten a little bit darker. But I love it. It's amazing, and it's just I don't know. It was like, how did you get that dark? It was like dark is like a medium brown.
I'm listening to the music. I'm looking at your pictures. I'm like, oh my God. Wow. Okay. I couldn't really see through all the blood though.
Oh yeah. I wear blood. When I sing.
That's amazing. Now,
yeah. I'm just quirky like that, vampire thing,
that is amazing. So do you have like this live stage performance thing you do, or is this mostly studio work?
Oh. No, I do. Like now, I'm preparing to sing out live, obviously with the new songs, Motherfucker Rockstar, You Never Loved Me. And I have like a bunch of other ones. You're My Biggest Mistake, Makeup, Love Song, 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 I have another one that I'm writing called "I Want My Drugs," and
Nice.
no point intended because I don't do drugs like that.
Right.
However, I'm in a drug-induced genre
Yes.
where they do drugs like that.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it bears to be explained because, you know, I think there's a lot of people are always like, oh my God, there's so much reference to drugs and all this. And I think that the artist gets lost in all that.
I in no way encourage drug use, and I'm anti-drugs like that. Like, I'm anti any kind of strong mind control substance.
Mm-hmm.
However, cocaine is from plants, coca plants.
That's true.
And in its purest form, it doesn't harm you. They use it for in a hospital a lot, you know, in surgery, or used to be able to get over the counter, you know, back in the day. So it's something that's like socially acceptable in the industry, you know. But if you go beyond that, like, I can't smoke weed. It doesn't agree with me. I can't do pills like other people do. Like, I just basically just do nothing, or, you know, do a line or two once in a while if it's, you know, if I'm partying, if it's offered. Like, I don't like buy at all. Right.
And and so and yeah, I mean, I think I'm kind of the same way. I'm not much of a buyer. I do like some weed, but I kind of, you know, like a lot of people, I think it just kind of creates a drag. And that's the last thing I want in my life is to drag. It's already hard enough to get out of bed some days. So, you know, with care, I think any of that stuff's pretty good. You know, I think personally, I think all drugs should be legal, and people should be able to make up their own mind. I don't like being told what's good or bad. And
yeah, very true. However, some drugs should be unavailable to humans.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, because some drugs just does not do a human good.
Right.
So,
no, I agree. I mean, we've had the talks on mine and many other shows I go on. It always seems to devolve into a drug conversation, you know, and there's always somebody there that's like, I've done the most drugs of all of you. And it's like, well, fuck you. Good for you. You know, great. We know some of these drugs just are a nightmare. I mean, I've lived through some nightmares just to get that whatever it is out of my body, and it's really difficult. Yeah, it's really hard. It's so tiring.
Yeah, I did that before. Obviously, I wrote about it.
Yeah.
Bad behavior.
Nice. Is it in a book?
No.
Oh,
well,
in the song.
Actually, that's coming. But it's a song, but that's coming as well.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, if you knew my life.
Oh, you're gonna have to come back on then when that book's ready.
Yeah, obviously, like, yeah, I deal in the dark arts. Like, I know how to do, like, magic and witchcraft, things like that. But I do it for the good. I don't do it for bad. So I have, like, a lot of gifts. And just with that, it comes helping people, helping assist the other side, like those who crossed over. And since I have a gift of that, naturally, I have to, like, walk through a line of life and death. I have to walk through, like, a double, like, universe. And sometimes it's kind of complicated because, you know, I'm like, okay, I have to stay focused here. But at the same time, because I'm an elite conjurer, I have to also assist in the other alternative universe. It's like
where you lose your mind.
Exactly. There you go.
Well, you got to keep your mind and lose your mind. It's wow.
Exactly.
And listen. My cousins. I was explaining to you off the air. My cousins have been in this for 45 years. Okay, and they have made their decision in life, and that is what they do. We don't hear from them. Nothing until they're back in town, and then, you know, we do, you know, it's usually anytime we see them, it revolves around a show, and that's about it. Other than that, you know, music and that part of their life is 100%. And within that, you know, they have to lose their minds somewhat to be able to do what they do. But then also they have to keep their minds, and they've been very brilliant in their publishing and how they've handled their contracts and affairs. And they've been on countless, I want to say 10 labels, but back in the day they were on Island for 3 albums. They were on CBS. They were on Atlantic. Rhino, yeah. So, anyways, and then now they kind of do it themselves, and anyway. So they've been through all that. Do you have that kind of lifestyle where your music is kind of meeting is business? Is there a whole business end of it that you're involved in too, or how do you manage all of that?
Yeah, I am always in the business end of it as well. That's what I'm doing right now, in the middle of getting a new record deal. And I have my label Sin Icon Records, and I've had that since 2001. But obviously, I need a bigger hand right now because I want to be crossover and, and get, a massive fan base so I can tour, do a headline tour and things like that. And so right now, with Clear Factory Records, I'm talking with them for a record deal right now. And my manager is Michael Blakely from Electric Star Management, which also he's executive producer. And he works Virgin, things like that, Virgin Records. So I just booked a reality TV show, and the code name right now is Go to Hollywood or Go Home. And besides that, he gave me my own reality TV show about supernatural. And that displays my magical abilities, my talents. That's me and 4 girls and 2 guys, me and 6 of my friends. So this is my homework that he's given me. I need to locate 6 people exactly like I am.
Wow.
And I'm like, what? Yeah. He goes, I want the real deal. So he goes, it's not like you don't have the show, you do have the show. He goes, doesn't matter how long it takes you to get prepared for it. He goes, he's already talked to networks, and they already okay my own reality TV show, and it deals with me as wrapped around me, Seraphim, because I know how to conjure, I have ability to communicate on the other side. I have all these amazing things that I was born with, and he wants to display it in front of the world, basically, and he wants it to be a reality show with me and 6 of my friends. So I'm like, I don't have 6 friends like myself, so I have to make friends and see if I would like them to be in the show. And he goes, I don't want somebody on the show that you don't like or just an actor. He goes, I want somebody that's the real deal that that you would feel comfortable being around and who's like you. So I'm like, oh my goodness, that's hard. I don't know anybody like myself, so I've been trying to make friends.
No way! This is such an eye-opening aspect of the music industry. Holy cow!
Yeah, we want the real deal. He doesn't want anybody that's fake. So then I told myself, okay. So I went to myself, okay. So basically, what if we just cast for my friends? He said, but we can't do that. I said, why not? He said, I could be in a room, I can ask them the question, I can cast for, people with special abilities, like you call them witches or warlocks, whatever. Uh-huh. And I know if they're real deal or not. And he goes, well, I guess we probably could if we had to. He said, but I really was wanting to be like you. And I said, okay. So then, in the midst of that, then I got a phone call from him telling me that I booked another reality TV show. So basically, I'm in the works of working that out, which reality TV show goes first. So regardless which one goes first, my music's involved, and so is my movie. I create films too, so that's involved as well.
Huh. Unreal.
Yeah.
When did you start this journey?
Doing my career, or doing the music, or doing the films, because I write occult horror. Yeah.
Let's go back to when you started. Did you just run into this out of high school? Did you what was your path?
No, before high school. This is when I was home, and this is way before high school. I used to do 8. I think I wrote my first poetry book, so it's been since then. My mom used to have a grocery store, a corner stop store in our neighborhood. Uh-huh. And so I used to work the store, while behind the counter waiting for customers. I would have my notebook out, and I would write lyrics in my notebook, and I would rehearse the lyrics. And so when nobody's in, I just started singing lyrics out. And so then I got pretty good at it. And so I would sit my mom and dad down. I was like, oh, I got this new song. So it's okay. So then I would bore them with this new song, but it wasn't boring because there's always something cool. And then me and my sister did talent shows to where I can actually sing the songs that we wrote, and it's kind of went from there. Then from there I came here to Hollywood, and I displayed one of my first songs inside of a movie called Rapid and Ryman.
Right.
So yeah, so
rapping and rhyme.
Movie.
So were you into that world, the rapping and rhyming world, or was it just by chance that you landed there?
No, it was by chance. Okay, so I've always been like a rocker chick. Okay,
oh, okay.
But I can rhyme. So I can rhyme, and so it's like it's the weirdest thing. Like I can bust out a rhyme without even thinking about it, and I laugh at myself. Like, oh my gosh, did I just say that? So yeah.
Damn, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Nice.
And so for the movie, they asked me. They said, "Well, we want you to write a song," and I said, "Okay." So I did this rap. It was a rhyming song. It was like a rhyming that I did. It was like so cute. I was like, oh my goodness. So he's like took me like way back to like my first, and I was doing music like when I first moved here to Hollywood, and I was like, oh, I don't know. My mom said I was 17. So I thought I was like 16 and a half, but 17 because I left and I came back, and then I came back here to Hollywood after that. Yeah, so it started there, and then
nice.
I got into, like I said, like a few videos. So I got around like musicians, and I realized, like, no, I do want to do this because, like, I'm on a set with them, and you know, they have like these huge elaborate sets. They have all the girls, they have the guys, and they're like the center of attention. I was like, yeah, I can do this.
I gotta ask this. I gotta ask, how did the whole thing with Trent Reznor happen? Like, you ended up with him, right, or hanging?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I dated him. That was a mutual friend. That was during. I met him during the Fragile tour, and a girlfriend of mine was dating Leo Herrero, his friend. He was the engineer, and so when I came in town, I guess she had told them about me, obviously, and so they invited me out to dinner, and we all went out to dinner, and that's how I met him.
Nice.
I did not know it was going to be Trent Reznor. No, she never told me Trent Reznor. She's like, I have some friends in town. And
did you know?
So, I knew of him. Obviously, he was an influence of mine. But she knew he was an influence of mine because she was there when I was like writing my music and stuff.
Wow.
And, like when I'm rehearsing. Yeah. So she never once said, "Oh, by the way, it's Trent." She never once said that. She's like, I have some friends in town, and they invited us out to dinner. And I said, okay. So I got dressed, whatever. So we went out, and then behold, it was Trent and his all of his band, his whole entire band. And so we're like sitting down eating, and like, but it wasn't a date though. He
right.
was a girl. He had a girl. And so I was sitting there with like the whole band, and my girlfriend was sitting next to her guy. And so then Trent was like, he just kept looking over at me. I didn't notice that, but I didn't notice that. But his friend Leo told my girlfriend that. He goes, "Hey, I think Trent likes your girl." She goes, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And so then I kind of heard him when he said that. And so then when I went to go to the ladies' room, she came and she told me that. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're silly." She goes, "No, seriously." So when I sit down, sure enough, I was like eating my food. He goes, "Pig," and I looked up, and he was like, that was the first word he ever said to me was "pig."
That's
like
romantic.
That.
I got to try that.
Yeah, well, because I was eating I ate all my food.
Nice.
One thing, I can eat more than anybody could ever imagine, and so like everybody else like have like salads or whatever, and like they like they'll leave a little bit of food. Like I ate almost everything. And
you just went for it.
And then I just kind of smiled. And so then after dinner, so his other bandmate came to me and goes, "Hey, Trent wants to meet you," and he's having his friend sent home. And I said, okay. So they took me to where he was at, and it was at we just like went out to the Mundront, then we went out to like another place. We went to a couple places that night and had drinks and stuff and talked, and that's kind of like how it started out. And he gave me his phone number. And he gave me the number to the hotel, obviously, that he was at, and his code name for the hotel. And so I was like, okay, it's cool. Just, and
that's one of the most. That is the most rock and roll story I've heard in a long time. That's amazing. And
yeah.
And so it carried on from there, right? I mean, you just kind of.
Yeah, I did. I did. So then he invited me to go to the E the next day.
Wow.
And yeah. And then so
dude works fast.
He works fast. Yeah, we wanted to steal a night, and I was like, "No, I gotta go. I'm gonna go home." He goes, no. I said, no, I'm going to go home because I was celibate. I was celibate at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And so so then I went home. I didn't stay at the hotel. And so that's why he gave me his number and stuff. And then, he had a show in Anaheim after that, and he invited me to the show. And so me and my girlfriend went to his concert in Anaheim, and
and then it was bye-bye celibacy. No, I'm kidding. So what happened? You go to Anaheim, and you see his show and go backstage.
Yeah. Obviously, we went backstage.
Obviously,
backstage and everything, and they had this little party thing back there.
Oh man!
And then, then after, obviously we met. But he's a cool guy. I like him.
But that was when he was when he was still like real. Was he kind of like in the tail end of what he was doing, or was he still really popular?
The Fragile.
Wow!
Popular.
Wow!
The Fragile tour.
That is amazing.
At the height of his career,
Whoa!
The Fragile tour.
So there must have been a lot of people around you guys.
It was. Okay, so then he flies me out to Canada.
Nice.
So then he takes me out here. Yeah. So then he gives me a call and he goes, hey, I wanted to see you. I said, okay. He goes, I'm gonna fly you out here. I'm going to fly you out to Canada to my show. So I'm like, okay, that's great. So he did. And so we stayed at a hotel, obviously, and it was amazing. It was an amazing show. I got to, I was backstage, obviously, with him and the whole band, and I had like my own side room. And then I walked down the hall with them, with the whole band on stage.
What?
And so we walk out on stage. Yeah.
This is great.
All these people, exactly. It was like so many people couldn't even imagine it. I was like, oh my goodness. And so then they sit me on the side with the girlfriends. And so I sit like right there on the side, but on the stage while they performed. And so then after, I guess like half the time, so then he had one of the guys to take me to the middle because you get to see the second half of the show from the outside, like from like the audience. So I was up on like this huge plateau, would have like the text and like all that, so I can see like everything like above ground. So I wasn't with the crowd at all. He wouldn't let me sit with the crowd at all. So I like have my own small area that I sit in, and it was like, around the crew, around, guards, whatever. So it was super cool.
Wow.
And then after, so then after that, obviously, went back to the dressing room, and people came to say hello to him, and then we walk out to the tour bus, and the walk to the tour bus was like so insane. Like, soon be like, he grabbed me and he goes, you ready? I'm like, yeah. So then the door opens, so we walk out to the back, and so the whole band's walking with us, and then like all these fans like swarm around us, cameras swarming around us and stuff, and he just held my hand the whole time. It was like walking in front of obviously everybody, and then we got to the tour the tour bus, and then we got on the bus, and then he's like, was that bad? I was like, no. No, that wasn't bad at all. So that's kind of like how it started, and then it went from there to, him flying me out to his family for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and, so it just kind of went from there. Yeah.
I love this story. Now, it's none of anybody's business. So I was going to ask a question about Trent, but I don't want to do that. So, how long did you guys continue on for? Or do you still talk? Are you still together? I don't know where this ended.
Yeah.
It had to end because then you went out on a date with Danzig. So it had to have ended. Okay. All right. So I got to hear that next. But so what happened with Trent?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So no, we never ended in a bad note. We never really broke up.
Right. Nice.
We never.
Still a chance.
It's never really. What?
There's still a chance. He's coming back. I'm kidding.
No, it was just the most honesty. Like, so he's touring back to back, and obviously, he bought me a camera so I can take pictures every single day and send it to him, like email it to him, and stuff. So and then it just got to like they added another year onto his tour.
Oh,
and,
man!
Another month. Yeah. So I was like, okay. So I was like, well, I don't want to be the girlfriend that just sits here and waits for the boyfriend to come back, And so I was like, I want to start, just do my career. I want to, at least focus on something. Yeah. And then by that time, there was all kind of like girls like trying like to poison me, and I heard this or I heard that kind of thing.
Wow.
So yeah. So I was like, okay. So I'm just going to at least pull back a little bit, maybe, and just try to focus on me, and so.
Were good things happening? Was this a time in your career where things started, like, or were they going well for you, or?
Well, yeah. Well,
okay.
I was just starting out in music, so
Okay.
I did my first album, Malevolence, while I was right when I was dating him.
Wow. Okay.
Like right near the end, yeah, like right near the end of it, and so it was just like just a distance of time, but we talked on the phone all the time, we emailed all the time, and then just a distance of like time being in between, and like I said, like nothing bad. It was like no bad breakup thing, like things like that. But,
okay. So, so then your career kind of progresses. Now,
yeah.
What happens? This Danzig thing. Now, I saw in there that it was a little unclear to me whether you played music with Danzig or you actually got together with Danzig. Or is that impossible to not separate the two?
No, me and Glenn Danzig have the same, like Trent, we have the same mutual friends.
Oh.
And we went in the studio, obviously. And the second time we met, like he saw me in the studio. And then the second time I was out. And then one of my friends walked up to me and he was all like, hey, Glenn wants to meet you. And I said, who?
Nice.
Glenn who? And he's like, you did not just say that. But I did not know. He just said Glenn, but I didn't see them. Like there. Like I was just sitting. So
that is great.
So I said, okay. Yeah. So
Glenn, that dude Glenn over there with the beard. Oh,
yeah,
that
Glenn
guy.
Danzig. Yeah. So he would like to meet you, and he said he saw me still there, and he was like, who's that? Because was like, I'm their friend. He was like, who's that? And he goes, oh, that's Sariah. He was my Sariah at the time. So he thought I would like to meet her. So they came and told me. So they took me back to the table. And so we were singing like the Rainbow at that time.
Nice.
And it was like almost like when Rockstars really went to the Rainbow.
I used to love the Rainbow. Oh my God.
Yeah, when Rockstars actually went to the Rainbow.
Oh yeah. And
so I went to the table, and I was like, all my friends were there, and they was like, yeah, this is Sariah, and introduced me to everybody, and so then obviously after we got to finish eating, once again another friend walks up and says, Glenn would like to meet you after this, like if you want to go my studio, go out, whatever. And I was like, and I think it was when I said Glenn, and I was like, last name. He goes, my friend goes, she got you. I was like, oh my God, Danzig. Was it like I'm not a big groupie, you know what I mean? Like I know it's Glenn Danzig of the Misfits. If you guys said it's the Misfits, because we know him from the Misfits, right? So
right.
So I know the band the Misfits, and I know Glenn Danzig from the Misfits, but I didn't know that was the same Glenn. You know what I mean? And so then my friend's like, you did not just say that. I was like, oh, you butthead, you didn't tell me Glenn Danzig.
Well, come on. To be fair, right? Not everybody would know that. I think Danzig's kind of an out there kind of personality.
Yeah. Well, when I saw him, I met him. I knew obviously who was Misfits. But when he said Glenn, he just said on a first name basis. It could be anybody, but I was all like, I'm going to get you for that one. So he was a surprise. It was basically a surprise. So he wanted to meet me obviously after, and then everyone went up to the studio, and like some drinks or whatever over there. Obviously did like what they do over at the studio, and then he took my number down, and then he invited me out on a date, and he took me on a date and went to Beverly Hills, and we ate there. We had it was like a nice Japanese restaurant, and it was really cool. He's a really nice guy, and we had the same purposes around the signs at the time for like PR.
By the way, if I was a rock star, I would eat Japanese food every night.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I love Japanese. He likes Japanese too. He has a favorite restaurant.
Oh yeah,
Hills that he likes going to. Yeah, this is a Japanese restaurant.
I'd do it until I got so sick of it, and then I'd find some more sushi.
Exactly.
That's my thing. I don't know why. It's just my thing. That's my I was a rock star dream. My absolute dream life. Be a rock star and go eat sushi. That's all I need. That would be it. I wouldn't, fuck everything else.
Exactly.
Well, I'd have to have lots of dates.
Do what?
I would have lots of dates and then lots of sushi, and that's about it.
Exactly. No, but he's a great guy.
Oh wait, I have a question.
Me.
I have another question. Did you ever get confronted, or did Ron Jeremy ever try to get with you when you were going to the Rainbow Room?
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it.
Yes, he did. Oh my goodness, hysterical! You would say that.
Oh, I know him. Oh, I used to bump into him all the time there, and my friend got into it with him once because he kept hitting on a girl that Ron Jeremy was there with, and Ron didn't like what he was seeing. Like, my friend wouldn't stop talking to this girl, and my friend ended up having a rough night, let's say. Not something I would want to do.
Yes. How did you know? Did he tell you that? How did you know? Did he tell you?
No, I was there. Yeah, it was crazy.
No, I'm talking about me. You said he's wrong every time you hit on me. Did you know? Did he tell you?
Oh, no, nothing like that. I don't know him like that, but I'm
okay.
I'm a.
No, but
yeah, we just go on.
No, he tried to hit on me, but I mean, he's a cool guy, Well, I was like Ron, and he wouldn't give up. I said, Ron.
No way. There's no way he would want to give up on you. No way.
I know. And every time he sees me, it's the same thing. Every time I said Ron like that, he just smiles. He's like, "Here, give me a call." And he goes, and he's like, "Can I just sign your chest?" I said, "No." Just right here, just like. I said, "I don't want you to just on my chest." And he's like, "Oh, come on." So I was like, "Okay." So his little spot, it's on my, on my right chest, whatever, at the top. I was like, "Okay, right here at the top." And so I still have a picture of it.
That's great.
I took a picture of video tape. I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
I got to see that.
Thing. Yeah, I have it. I can post it up. Yeah,
that's
and
great.
He signed his name, and I was like, "He's like, please." I said, "No." I said, "No, Ron." And I'm like, "Okay, he's the funniest guy." He's a good guy, though.
He is an interesting guy for sure. And damn it, I only have a couple more minutes to record. I mean, I'm sure we can go on a long, long time. I feel like I'm just kind of getting past all some of this, other stuff. But I know you mentioned I like a lot of things that I read about you, and I wanted to talk to you about. Mainly because, gosh, I don't even know where to go with this. I didn't plan it out because this was kind of last second. But I know you mentioned I work with a lot of disabled, handicapped, all kinds of learning disabilities. You mentioned that you stuttered growing up. How did you overcome this? What was your path with that?
Oh wow, that was a hard one because that was something that I guess was genetics. No matter what I did, it wouldn't go away. I just had to wait for it to do its course. And when I came into Hollywood, like I said, I purposely tried to be mindful when I say a word like I do right now.
Nice. Well, no, it's amazing to me because you sound great. You're so fun to talk to, and so. But when I read that, I've met so many people who have been in that situation. Some people have overcome it, and a lot of people I know still struggle with it. And so I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go on.
Oh no, it just went away by itself.
Okay.
Like I said, I willed it away. I was
good.
I was shy. I was extremely shy, extremely withdrawn. But I had this voice inside. And I was like, I was just so mad at myself because I would try to say something. I was like I couldn't even get it out. And I was like, oh man. I was like, I just hated it because it's like there was so much more of me inside than you can even know. But you didn't know that because I couldn't even I would get interrupted stuttering. So people would make fun of me and stuff. I got made fun of. And then it went away eventually. And when it went away, I didn't even realize it went away. I just, like I said, I wrote a lot of lyrics a lot and a lot of poetry. And then just one day I just realized I wasn't stuttering anymore. And I was like, okay, this is weird.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because well, it used to come back. It used to so like for 1 or 2 years to be gone. And then it'll come back again. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Really?
But it hasn't been back. Yeah, it hasn't been back in years.
So
I'm pretty lucky.
That's amazing. And I'm wondering, some people have gone and had paid major money for education and for just I guess speech therapy, and with no success or very little success, or at the exact same pace as the other people I knew with a stuttering issue that never did a damn thing about it like you, and it just kind of went away, and they all kind of met at the same place, and I think a lot of it had to do with confidence, and I don't know. I always think that confidence was kind of at the root of it, but like you said, even with them, it kind of comes back sometimes, and it's just kind of managing life. I think it is a hard thing to do for a lot of people, and man, and then you mix in the genetics, and who knows what else. So that's inspirational. I think that's really inspirational and awesome. I'm excited.
Yeah, because I wasn't always like this. Like, I mean, like when I first started out, like I modeled because of that one reason, and plus two, I looked so shy. Even though I wasn't so shy, I looked so shy, and I was like, why do I look like this? It's like like so innocent, and so then I used to like put makeup on. Used to like do my hair. I used to wear like suits, like things like that. Dress up. I used to wear like oversized suits. I look back now, I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. But I wanted to look older, but I didn't look older. Like now, like I'm a slow. I age slowly, extremely slowly.
Seraphim of Nazareth, you are one freak bitch. I won't even lie about it. You are you look amazing, and so this is one of the most inspirational tales yet. But I have to end this, and I wanted to save just a few minutes at the very end so I could play another one of your songs, if that's cool.
Okay.
And
yes, it is.
Nice. But man, would you come back and do another show with me?
Yes, I will. Absolutely.
Nice. Let's do that. We'll talk more. I didn't tell you I had 45 minutes to do to record this, and I could probably start another one, but I'm getting a little tired. I think maybe this will be a good stopping point for tonight, and then if you don't mind, just maybe we can have like this ongoing conversation, and if you have new things to promote or anything to promote, or your son or whatever. Feel free to come on and do it. I'm just now getting into this like kind of stage where I want to only do interviews, and so I'm really picking it up with that. So I can't thank you enough for taking time to share some of it. This stuff's amazing to me. From your song, like how you kind of got into that, and then Trent and all these other crazy things. It's a really memorable 45 minutes. So thanks a lot for doing it.
Thank you. Yeah, I can't wait for you, to bring more to Hollywood. Especially my son. His real name is Wee on Q.
Yeah, I saw that. It's a strange name. Is it Chinese or Japanese?
Yeah, Vietnamese. His dad's from Vietnam.
Nice.
Vietnamese Laos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine a 6'4" handsome kid, coming to Hollywood doing his music, and his mom is me.
That's awesome. All right, let's talk more about that next time. I'm going to play this for a second. I have about a minute of it, so I'm going to play it really quick so people can hear it. Thanks again for coming on.
Oh, you're welcome anytime.
Listening to Inflammatory Talk. I'm Jewish producer, and you have been listening to Seraphim of Nazareth. God damn it, I'm terrible with names.
I was too proud to see the truth. I wrapped myself in you.
Life is full of those moments. Like right after that first stretch and yawn in the morning. Or like standing in the forest alone amid the stillness. The beauty hits you like the crisp air and suddenly everything makes sense and you're one with the earth and stars. Or like dollar drinks at McDonald's.
Keep those moments going with $1 any size McCafe brewed coffee and $1 any size soft drinks on the $1, $2, $3 menu. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
O'Reilly. When your battery goes dead, everything can come to a stop. Don't take a chance on getting stranded. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts and get your battery tested free of charge. If your battery does need to be replaced, O'Reilly Auto Parts can help you find the exact Superstart battery that fits your car or truck at a guaranteed low price. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better prices every day.
O'Reilly.